Bandit. There we went to... and started talking about sensitive information in front of people who should not know it.
Namely the bandits.
We got interrupted. Yes. We got interrupted. The bandit was scolded by Zaj, and then got a kick in the ass to leave. Literally. So then we passed on the information, took a short rest, and I believe now we're heading to the bathhouse that the cult we believe is working out of.
Yeah, I think that was everything. And, like Stuart mentioned, dropped off the extra equipment to hopefully get some extra coin from Zaj. Yeah, making the trek over to the upper city to find this bathhouse, as it was mentioned. Basic description of the place given to you, shouldn't be too hard to find. Okay, so we will rejoin. We'll say, you guys have been walking through the city for a little bit at this point, and basic looking around, maybe stop one or two people on the road and ask, hey, where's the bathhouse? Doesn't take you very long to get directed to it, and we'll say by about this point, say it's 4 in the afternoon, sun's starting to get, kind of low, but still plenty of daylight left. You guys find yourselves on the street outside of the bathhouse, and looking in its direction, you can see a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles. There's a 10-foot tall wall which encloses what appears to be a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building, and the closed wooden doors to the courtyard on this outer wall are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water. All intents and purposes, it just looked like a regular business to you guys at the moment.
Are there any coffee shops nearby or anything like that where we can sit down and wait without being noticed?
Looking up and down the street, yeah, there is. It's not a coffee shop per se, but it does look like some kind of a restaurant that does have some patio seating, essentially.
Well, why don't we
then again,
park on the patio and count people in versus people out?
That is an option. It is also a place of business, so we could give them our patronage and take a look around while we do so.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
I would prefer a more direct approach, so...
Patience is a virtue.
But I believe that Warden has the right of it. So, let us go inside, speak to the proprietor, and then keep an open eye for where the cultists may lay.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys just going in?
Yeah,
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you approach the gate built into the outer wall.
No! We're going to the... I thought we were going to the... Alright, I'm confused. I thought we were going to go sit down at the coffee shop, or...
That was the initial idea, and then she said, hey, let's just go in.
I proposed a counteroffer, and then we agreed on the counteroffer.
Yep.
Alright, so
We
we're
might
gonna
be
go
able
try
to
to
do-
take a bath in the bathhouse. Got it. I could probably use a nice soap.
Or if others may wish to scout around. While some of us go inside, the others could see if there are anything behind the coffee house, the bathhouse.
That is a good op. I think that's a good idea. Yes.
Val looks towards Alexander and Moon, and specifically, you might be best suited if you wish to take such course.
Alexander
Slightly
would
more
probably be
Are you being speciesish?
more. He'd probably fit into the bathhouse crowd.
Val looks towards Moon. You are a scout, are you not?
Yes,
If
but I don't
anything,
know
he's
if they're saying it because I'm good at what I do, or if I'm a cat.
I judge those by their merits and nothing else.
Fair enough.
If Alexander prefers to go into the bathhouse, I suppose Warden could accompany, in a way, Moon. Just make sure they don't get into too sticky a situation.
are you good at sneaky stuff?
I believe I'd be more of a stand watch type thing.
Yeah. Let the sneaky type be the sneaky type and come and rescue our behinds when we get in trouble, because you know it's going to happen.
I believe the concern is that our companion Moon here might herself get into trouble. If you do find something, do not
Never.
take it on yourself. Come and find us and we will come and assist and deal with the threat.
Okay. I'll try. No promises, though.
Wish there was a way for us to speak with each other.
Cat gotta be a cat.
Okay.
Speaking of-
Alexander's gonna wait about 5 minutes after the other people go in, and then go in, so it's not obvious that he's part of that group.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, so Val's gonna go in.
Okay. Is anyone going in with Val?
I go
I
in
s-
with my sister.
Okay.
I suppose I could go as well.
What are you going to do in a bathhouse?
This is the question. What am I doing?
They probably
I am
have
an
some good
automaton.
oils. They have some good, oils that they could, apply to your joints and stuff, I guess.
Do you need a good bath?
Surely.
Just picturing C-3PO getting an oil bath in A New Hope.
Yeah. Could ask if they have a good oil bath. That makes sense.
I would be,
You know,
frankly, quite surprised if they did.
they might, take care of some of the rough edges, like some splinters or whatever you might have, in your joints. Hey.
So you going in or not?
That needs to go in the memes. You're putting it in the wrong spot.
I'm a DM. I can do whatever I want.
And if I did it, I would be fired.
You're always fired. In fact, we never hired you, so...
The alternative is I accompany Alexander as a sort of bodyguard.
That would be good.
Either way, it's fine with me. Volunteer is already walking inside, so
So what do you say, Alexander? Shall I be your bodyguard?
That sounds good.
Very well.
I will have to mostly ignore you, though.
Fine by me.
Okay.
So, Val and Caitlin go in. Alexander and Warden are waiting a few minutes to appear as, separate people. And then Moon is doing what?
I'm going to be scouting around, trying to be inconspicuous.
Okay. Moon, go ahead and roll a stealth check. And it's not to hide, it's like you said, to, blend in, be inconspicuous. Val, you and Caitlin walk up to the gates, and they're not locked or anything. You just, they're actually slightly already open, so you just push on one, and it opens up into the courtyard. And as soon as you're through the gate, you see a nice... wrong tab there. Where am I? There it is. You see an L-shaped courtyard featuring a trimmed lawn and nicely manicured shrubbery. The yard itself is decorated with white marble benches, stone fountains, and each of the fountains is in the form of a smiling nymph tipping a jug that spills water into a circular stone basin. There are two men in robes, one sitting on a bench, the other standing, and the two of them are just, conversing in the late afternoon. The one on the bench sees you guys enter through the gate just because he's facing that direction, but although you see that he notes you, he just goes right back to his conversation. Two of you cross the courtyard, find the opening to the bathhouse itself on the opposite side of the courtyard from the gate you just entered through. You guys just heading inside?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you open the bathhouse door and step inside, and immediately the warm, humid air of the building wafts over you, and you can smell all kinds of different perfumes and scented oils that are just mixed in the air. And you step inside, and you can see immediately there are 2 rows of columns, 3 on each side, that extend across the main floor, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 60 feet to the far side from where you enter. No, sorry, 30 feet. Wrong scale. About 30 feet, and you can see that there are 3 separate pools built into the floor. One to your left, one to your right, and then one immediately across from you. You can see 2 doors leading to smaller rooms at the north and south western end of the building. And there are a handful of people lounging around the baths. As you might expect, it's a bath, so there is very little clothing. It just look like average people enjoying a nice soak.
Sister, shall you ask for the services, or shall I?
Sure. You're the people person, not me. You know that.
Alright, Valen's gonna look for who the proprietor or might be.
You don't see anyone that fits the bill unless they're partaking of a bath himself at the moment.
Alright. She just sort of moves to stand in a more central position if possible, and then she will speak out a bit, saying, who will be the proprietor of this place? I have come for a bath and other services to ease the tension. Just, no matter what I say, it's going to sound bad. I'll just leave it at that. And so she looks around.
Conversations, again, not a lot of people, so just, minor conversations going on, but even that dies down as you call out and your voice echoes around the tiled interior of the building. And then you see there's one older woman closest to you where you're standing. She was just reclining in a steaming bath, towel wrapped up on her hair, keeping it out of the water. And you see she had her eyes closed, but as you start shouting, she just kind of opens one eye and looks at you. And then she sighs. Jabez, you've got some new customers. And then everyone else pretty much goes back to their conversations. The northern of those 2 doors in the corner of the buildings opens up, and a woman, this one fully dressed, comes walking out and just kind of has the bearing of, someone in charge at the moment. She pokes her head out first, and then the woman in the bath points to the 2 of you, and then she smiles and straightens up, closes the door behind her, and crosses the floor to the 2 of you. Good evening. Don't believe I've seen either of you here before. How can I be of help?
Well met. My sister and I are newly come to the city, and we wish to take leave of the dirt and grime of the road and I have been told that you offer such services here.
Indeed, we do. Yes. What kind of a budget would you be working with?
What kind of services do you offer? There is the bath. I believe you may also partake in massages to ease the trek.
Indeed, we do. There are the 2 baths there, and she points to the ones closest to the door. They're warm, but they are not heated quite as nicely as this one here. Those 2 are a little bit cheaper. Though, she kind of looks over you guys, and you definitely look like you've been on the road for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but before stepping into the baths proper, you wouldn't mind washing off a bit more of the heavy caking in one of the fountains out in the courtyard? That would be very much appreciated. And then, as I mentioned, this heated bath here is a little bit more expensive, and then there are rooms on either side here for private massages, if you are so inclined.
And the amount of coin you require for such services?
Oh, it depends on which service and how long you plan to stay. Basic half hour in one of those 2 there, and she points to the non, extra heated baths. Half hours is a silver. Same amount of time in the heated bath is 2 silver. A private massage is 5 silver, again for half an hour, and we tend to charge on a half-hour basis, so you can scale up from there.
What say you, sister, for all their services?
Well, who wants to go first?
It's just the 2 of you at the moment.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
both of us?
I'm saying one of us needs to be. I don't want to take off my. One of us needs to stay ready for trouble while the other one takes a bath.
Well, it might be that our friends would do that, but okay.
No, this is Boulder's Gate. If nothing else, we've heard over and over and over again that people will stab other people in the back for no apparent reason. So we just need to be prepared.
Okay, so Val looks at Kate and says, indulge yourself. I will follow soon after.
Did that conversation happen out loud, by the way?
I think it was more of I think it was more of a Kate and Val looking at each other and kind of like,
Sure, yeah.
What do you think? So
Yeah. This is sister speaking while looking at each other thing going on.
Sure.
So Volunteer will say to Caitlin, basically, indulge yourself, and I will follow. After a while.
Who will?
So, okay.
I go and do what I need to do to get cleaned off and get the road dust off so I can do a soap.
Okay. And she hands you a towel to aid with that process, and as well as a robe, and eventually getting, the road off of you before heading back inside for the communal bath. You head back inside. Which pool are you headed to first?
Okay, so what was the prices on the pools again?
The 2 basic ones are silver. The heated one is 2 silver for half an hour.
Heated.
Yeah, don't you kind of do like maybe heated first and then the cooler ones, and then you go for, and then either you're done or you go for like a massage maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for the heated. I'm gonna go soak in the heated tub.
Okay. So she guides you back inside, and before, stepping out of the way, she holds out her hand for the silver.
So
I give her 2 silver.
Thank you very much. Please enjoy your stay. If you need anything else, scented oils, extra towels, all can be provided. Grapes, cheese. At an additional cost, of course, but just give a shout.
I shall also partake in a moment or two, and we are grateful for your services.
Of course. We do ask that conversation is not forbidden in the bathhouse, but please keep it quiet so that everyone can relax, as I'm sure that is why everyone is here. And the courtyard is, of course, free for perhaps more lively discussions should you require it. And then she gives you each a final nod and moves back into that the side room. The door opens, you can see there's a massage table laid out in the center of it, a couple of candles lit, but you don't see anyone else in there. She heads back in there and closes the door behind her. While you guys were having that conversation, Moon, with your 27, yeah, there's plenty of people out and about. It's, still, it's not nightfall yet, so people are finishing up errands for the day or beginning to leave from one location and head home for the day, so there's plenty of foot traffic, easy enough for you to blend in and just kind of circle the place. Because it is a freestanding building. It's not attached to other buildings, and you can pass left or right of it, get to the back side of it, circle around it all together. Are you looking for anything specific?
Just looking for anything that's off about the building, like anything that I noticed that shouldn't be like with the bathhouse,
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh! That sucks.
There's nothing that stands out. Aside from the courtyard itself, when you're on the northern side of the building and then on the western side as you're circling it, you do see that there are windows, but they are stained glass windows, and they're high up, and they're not too tall. Like at most, the window is maybe like 8 inches tall, but it's up toward the top of the wall. A bathroom window for privacy, essentially. So it's both up out of the way, so people can't just like stare in from the street, and it's also stained glass. So that all seems to check out. You circle around the courtyard, and then back to the gates of the courtyard and poke your head in, and it all seems to match and line up. Nothing really seems just off about this place. It's just a bathhouse. And then a few minutes after Caitlin begins her bath, Alexander, Warden, you guys go striding in.
We basically do the same thing on entry as they did. Inquire as to where the staff are.
Sure. Same woman comes out, gives you the same details about the place.
Alexander asks them if they also offer laundry and mending of clothing.
We can see to that, yes. Depending on the clothing and its quality and how much damage it sustained, the price may vary. But basic cleaning is another silver, and mending, as I said, might vary, but probably won't be too expensive.
Oh, he says, well, I would like to have my clothes washed and mended. My man here will hold my belongings for me.
Certainly. Do you wish to partake of one of the baths, or perhaps a massage?
Yes. Just a bath.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Okay, so silver for the cleaning, a silver for the bath, 2 silver for the hot bath, and then I will let you know what the cost, if any, is for the mending. Though your clothes don't look too badly off, perhaps another silver just for the service. And keep in mind that 2 silver for the bath is half an hour. Should you stay longer, an additional charge will apply. And if you wouldn't mind heading out into the courtyard and just washing off as much of the excess dirt as you can. Here's a towel and a robe to facilitate that. We ask that you trek as little dirt into the baths as possible.
Okay.
And
is there a changing area in there?
yeah, like Kyron, like where did Caitlin, as an example, like leave her items?
I gave them to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you gave them to me?
There aren't
Okay.
there aren't lockers or anything. There are benches next to each one of the baths, and it looks like most of the patrons have just used that. Folded up their clothes and set it on the bench there. But that's it as far as you can tell.
All right. Val will just be like sort of standing there, like with Caitlin's stuff, maybe on the floor, and kind of just observing patiently, waiting until it's her turn.
Alexander, go ahead and mark off 3 silver.
Okay.
And once you're, as cleaned up as you can manage and your clothes are handed off, she takes them into that same northern room and just kind of motions for you, toward the hot bath. And you can see Caitlin's already there enjoying herself. And she takes your clothes and disappears into the northern room.
Okay. Well, he goes, changes a little sheepishly because he's not used to doing this in public. And then basically gets into one of the hot baths.
Okay. And so over the course of the next half hour, the 2 of you in the baths, plus Valentira, just standing watch. A couple of the people that are in there get up, dry themselves off, head out. A few of them look very relaxed, like they probably paid for, more than just a half hour up front. Eventually the southern door to the other massage room does open, and another woman steps out, and she has a small plate of grapes, and she takes it over to one of the patrons in one of the cold baths, and sets it down, and he thanks her, and she goes back in. The first woman comes out with your clothes, Alexander, and they look pretty clean. And the few small, frays you had around the hem look like they've been patched up pretty decently as well. And so she brings them over to Warden and says, whenever your employer is finished, just let him know only a silver for the patchwork. It was nothing too extensive. And if he wishes to extend his stay, we are more than willing to accept a few extra coin. And then heads back into the room she came out of. And eventually your half hours went on. Like I said, a few people did leave. One more person has since come in, and he just went right to that door on the northern side and opened it up, and you hear some coin as he pays her, and then goes into one of the cold baths. So yeah, it's just a very, very calm, very relaxed atmosphere. People enjoying their time soaking, and want the 2 of you go ahead and roll perception checks.
Yeah, Volunteer is basically looking at everybody who's already there and coming in and out.
Yeah, sorry, the 4 of you can roll perception checks if you want to.
Yay, everybody's rolling higher than me.
Yeah, the 4 of you inside, nothing sticks out as out of the ordinary. Even I imagine, Valentira trying to really keep an eye out when those doors open and, see if there's anything out of the ordinary inside there. No. Place just seems calm, relaxed. People coming in and out, they don't stand out to you in any way. You don't recognize any of them. But they don't really...
The demeanor of the people, do they seem fairly innocent?
To your eye, I mean, I'm sure you could always find something wrong with them. But no, no one's like keeping an eye on you guys, and staring you down. They just seem relaxed. One does at some point get up, move from the cold bath to the hot bath, and he kind of gives both Caitlin and Alexander just a nod, as he settles back down into the water. But no, everyone just seems to be enjoying their time in the baths.
At one point, Volunteer will go to perhaps the older woman if she's still there, or if the proprietor comes out again and just asks, for how long into the evening or night do you extend your services?
We'll say, you talk to Jabaz as she comes out again.
Okay.
It depends. Generally, we stay open till around 10 in the evening. Though if particular frequent clients wish for a late night soak, we can extend that to 11. And we open again shortly after dawn.
And have you ever, upon occasion, closed off your premises for any sort of private gatherings?
It's rare, but it has happened once or twice. Why do you ask? Are you interested?
Simply wondering if I would experience such tonight and would have to leave earlier than anticipated. And otherwise,
No,
there may be some passing entrance.
we have
Interest.
no private events booked for at all for the time being. As I said, they're rare. But if you are interested, I'm more than happy to discuss the details.
Mayhap. I think I shall have a discussion with my sister first to see how we would like to proceed. Although, it may be likely. I will find you.
I look forward to it. She gives you a nod and disappears again.
Okay. After half an hour, Alexander calls out to Warden and basically tells him to go to the office and make sure we're settled up. I'm going to be here for another half hour. He's definitely going to apologize to Warden after this is over.
Do you do so, Warden?
Yeah, suppose so. I'll give Alexander a nod and head to the room and pay for the tailoring and or the hemming and another 2 silver for the time.
Yep, so 3 silver total between the
All
extra
right.
half hour and the hemming. And she accepts. She gives you a pleasant smile, and business concluded. She shuts the door again.
Volunteer will go over towards Caitlin and say, for however long you intend to stay within the pools, you may need to watch your own possessions for a bit. I shall.
My 30 minutes is up, right? So I get out.
Oh, okay. I don't know how long you're gonna stay there.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
All right. So when you get out, then Val will come over to you, and she'll whisper, "One of us should see what has happened to Moon. I will admit that I would like a turn here in the pools, but I will go see it. I will go see to her. If it's going to take you a while to get dressed."
About 15 minutes. That's how long it takes to put on chainmail, right?
Chainmail.
Heavy armor. Or are you talking about...
No, it's a chain shirt. I'm sorry. It's a chain shirt.
Okay, that's...
10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, not so bad.
Yeah, I'll have to put on the stuff underneath too. Yeah, so about 15 minutes.
It's basically who's going to go. Is it going to be Volunteer or is it going to be Caitlin? So.
Well,
Warden is there. He is fully armored.
Well, we're not. I mean, I think the idea is that we don't know each other.
That we don't know each other.
Yes.
Although nobody's here.
But you are
practically, so
aware.
it doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you get into the pool? I'll put your things next to you, and go nip out for a couple minutes, and then I'll check back in. Does that work?
She nods to you. She goes to find Baz, I suppose, and she's gonna pay for some hot water bath.
Okay, 2 silver.
All right.
So another half hour goes by. Again, more people leave. Not that there are many in here to begin with. There's, aside from you guys, there's maybe like 4 other people.
When I go back outside, are the people who were congregating outside still there?
The 2 people that were chatting in the courtyard, no, they are gone.
And the other gentleman, I thought there were 3. There were only 2?
There are only 2 in the courtyard, yep.
Oh, okay. They're gone.
Yep. Caitlin, go and make a perception check. Okay, so, head out, take a look around the courtyard, and as you're just, standing out there thinking about what to do next, you hear a very slight splashing sound coming from one of the fountains. You whip your head around and look in that direction, but you don't see anything. There's nothing in the fountain. There's no birds or anything. Not entirely sure which of the two fountains to the southern end it came from. It was definitely one of those two, but you don't see what caused it.
Where's Moon? And like, what's she doing right now?
You do anything other than the scout, Moon?
I'm keeping an eye out for, like,
Weird people.
yeah,
Okay,
Except
so
for-
still just on watch, essentially.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm on watch. Like, prepared for anything.
Sure. And with her 6, she sees nothing new.
I go out and I look around for Moon. Do I see her anywhere?
We'll say you poke your head out, and you don't see her at first, but as you, kind of like move up and down the street a little bit and look around the courtyard itself, we'll say you do see her kind of nonchalantly, walking by, just casing the place. But yeah, you spot her.
I whistle at her. And then I turn around and go back in.
Fucking weirdo
But-
whistling at me.
Right, yeah. I'm right inside the gate waiting for her to come in.
Do you follow her, Moon? Moon, do you follow her?
I guess I do. Freaking cat calling.
I couldn't help it. Okay, so you follow her into the courtyard.
I
Sorry,
point.
I lost it there.
As she enters in, under my breath, very softly, but hoping she hears me, say, "Fountains to the south, splashing sound, no reason for it." And then I head back into the bathhouse.
Okay, you head into the bathhouse. Do you do anything with that information, Moon?
I guess I go check it out. Like,
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
okay.
You head to the fountains that she indicated. Take a good look at both of them. Nothing would indicate what caused any splashing.
Can I do an investigation on it?
What are you looking for?
Anything that isn't supposed to be there.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Like a switch or a lever.
Okay. Pretty thorough investigation. Unhindered by prying eyes, as the courtyard is secluded and the windows are high up and, as I mentioned, stained, so no one can catch you. Investigating these pair of fountains thoroughly. Unfortunately, as much time as you have, nothing pops up in the investigation. No buttons, no levers. Fountains look pretty solidly constructed.
Can I look around the court? Just to see if I can see anything off.
Sure, go on another investigation check.
And that's going to be a no.
You don't see anything. You know, you've done a thorough walk around to the outside of the place, and now you're kind of comparing the inside to see if anything is off. You know, if there's anything that doesn't line up to your mental map from the exterior. Everything checks out. Like, the walls are exactly where you'd expect, and the size you'd expect, and, you know, checking out that third fountain, nothing hidden in the bushes. Benches are all just mundane benches. Back in the bathhouse, you guys do anything different, or just kind of keeping an eye on things?
I'm going to go
No.
to the door that the lady goes in and out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go through it.
Okay. You open the door, head inside, and it is a. What is the size of that room? It's not. That grid looks messed up. No, I guess that's right. It's not a very big room at all. It is pretty much just big enough for the massage table in the center of it and like some shelves. There is a window on the far side, again, you know, high up at the top, almost where the ceiling is. And she's sitting in there, was just sitting in a chair reading a book. And as you open the door and walk in, she folds it closed and stands up. Did you want a massage?
I thought this was the door that the food was coming out of. I wanted to talk to somebody about. I think my sister might appreciate a glass of juice. Do you have anything like that?
It can be arranged. Anything particular, or just whatever we can manage to scrounge up?
Fresh would be great.
Apple, grape, orange.
Apple. I think she would prefer the apple. Those are her choices. Yes.
I can check with Camilla, see if we have anything on hand. If not, I can send her to do a quick stop at one of the nearby vendors. She puts the book down on her chair and moves past you and heads out the door. And those of you in the main section see her cross and go to the other door.
Is there anybody else in here?
No.
I want to do a quick look around to see if there's anything that looks like a secret entrance.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Please roll higher than me.
I'm horrible at this.
I jinxed it.
You don't see anything, and you know she's left the door open, and you can still see her from your line of sight for most of the room. So there's not like a whole lot you can really do. You just kind of quickly glance around the walls, and there's a single lit candle on one of the shelves, scented to some kind of flower. You can't quite place it. And aside from her chair and her book, it's just towels and oils for the massage, and that's it. And you hear the door on the other side of the bathhouse open up, and you hear her ask, "Camilla, do we have any apple juice? One of our patrons would feel refreshed."
I follow her over.
Sure. And you hear the other woman inside say, "We do actually." And there's sounds of a small, not small, but like the juice being poured into a glass. And eventually, Jasmine turns back around and almost kind of bumps into you, not expecting you to be right behind her. Sorry. 2 copper for a simple glass of juice. Would you like me to deliver it to? And she kind of looks past you. That's your sister there, right?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your hard work.
I'm happy to help. Hope you're enjoying your stay.
I'm trying to get a read on her demeanor. Does she, any hint of tension or anything in her?
Roll an insight check.
All right.
Nice.
She seems very relaxed. As far as you can tell, her job is not stressful at all. At least not that you've seen so far. And she gets to spend a portion of it just reading a book on her own, relaxing. You don't know if that's always the case, but for right now, she seems fine.
The title of the book. All right. I take
101 ways to be a cultist.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. As I'm taking the cup to my sister, I dip my finger in it and I taste it. Do I taste anything off in it?
Roll another perception check.
Better than roll a Constitution saving throw.
Don't tempt me. Tastes like nice, fresh apple juice.
Right. I get to the edge of the pool and I hold it out to Val and I say, "Here, you look parched."
Valentina has been really kind of enjoying the soaking, and she'll take it. She'll say, "My favorite," and she'll just kind of look around and kind of leans towards you, and says, "Were you able to find Moon? And did she discover anything?"
I haven't got back out to check. There was something making splashing noises in one of the fountains, and there was no indication as to why. I think it needs to be further investigated. I pointed her towards it. I'm gonna go check on her now.
Mayhap there's someone unseen lurking about.
Possibly. And I'm trying to hold this conversation as softly as I can.
Sure. Doesn't sound like anyone's paying too much attention, so.
Do you need me to cut my time here short and go see for myself?
No. Enjoy. I'll be fine.
You insist. She goes back to relaxing a bit.
I go outside to check on Moon.
And you see her crouching on top of the wall, trying to figure it out. What is going on here?
I look at you and I point to my eyes and I point over at the fountain.
I hop down. I walk over and nothing seems off. I check.
How big is the fountain, or the fountains?
About 5 feet. At the widest portion of the base.
Is there any water outside of the fountain, like puddles,
Nope.
I say, let me take a look. And I'm gonna go over and I want to look around and see if anything seems off.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Have you guys touched the fountains at all or anything?
Yeah.
I have. I did a really thorough investigation.
She even licked it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
I get something for that negative for that one?
Yeah, some dust in your eye.
I reach in and I pull out some of the water and I bathe my eye to clean it out.
Nice.
You do. The water's not as nice and clean as the bath water. It's a little bit kind of hard water, some extra minerals in it and whatnot, but nothing happens.
Roll a Constitution save.
Out of my... Shoot, what do I have? I don't really have much of anything that would help. Alright, I nod to Moon, and I say, why don't you, find a nice spot to hide and keep an eye out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back in. And I go back inside.
I walk out, nonchalantly out the gate, and I'm going to look around for a place to, post guard, kind of.
Do I get another short rest?
If you guys want to turn this into a short rest, sure. I think you just had one though, so I don't think not much point to it.
I'm joking. I was just thinking 2 short rests equals 1 long rest, right?
Nope.
No. So.
Moon, there are places where you could sit and keep an eye on the place, but if you're sitting there for several hours, it might start to get a little conspicuous. You could get onto one of the rooftops of the, one of the nearby buildings. You could hide. There are a number of actual bushes and shrubs in the bathhouse courtyard. You could hide in some of those if you wanted to.
Go for a rooftop.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth and an acrobatics check.
2 things that I'm really good at.
Famous last words.
Let's all watch.
Let's all watch her fall down flat on her
Drum
face because
roll.
her rolls are 1.
Hey, that's a good roll.
Oh.
Okay. And then... Ooh!
Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Rather than do it on the street.
Expertise in stealth. You guys keep on forgetting this.
No. It was based on how you've been rolling so far, not your
Yeah.
actual modifiers.
You're out there because we did remember that you were good at stealth.
Yes.
Expertise means nothing if you get a natural 1. So yeah, rather than doing it on the street that the bathhouse actually is on, you go the next street over, and from that side scramble up get between 2 of the buildings and scramble up onto one of the rooftops. And timed just right. There was no one at either end of the alleyway when you jumped up, and yeah, just kind of Jackie Chan, off one wall, off the other wall until you're up on the top, and then flat on the rooftop with barely a sound made. And from here, you've got a pretty decent view of the bathhouse, and you can see over the wall into the courtyard because you're on top of a second-story building. So you can see into most of the courtyard from your current perspective, and with you being flat on the roof, and it beginning to get later into the evening, your darker fur starting to kind of blend in with some of the shadows now, and you sit on the side of the rooftop that is in more shadow, not exposed to the setting sun. So you should be pretty well hidden.
A low rumble starts up in my chest because I'm very content with being high up.
I thought you were going to say that you're hungry and get distracted by cat food and walk off. Which may still happen.
Purring.
Perception check?
I was going to say, that may still happen, because, yeah, roll me a perception check now.
Okay.
Well, that's not bad.
Finally a good perception roll.
Okay. So, well, you're posted up there. I'll let you know, if anything happens as time progresses. But for right now, nothing looks suspicious from your current perspective. Those of you inside the bathhouse, doing anything different?
Valentir is going to transition from hot water. In fact, she's gonna do the whole thing. So hot water to cool water or whatever, and then she's gonna go for a massage.
Okay, so that'd be another 3 silver for you.
All right.
Which of the 2 massage rooms are you going into?
I think Alexander went to one of them, right? So I'll go to the other.
No, Alexander isn't doing a massage.
He's not? Oh, okay.
No, he just had his clothes fixed.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Right?
I don't know. The right side? Eastern side?
North or south? The one that the woman you've been speaking to for the most part has gone into, or the room with the other woman?
That would be the northern side.
The northern side. Okay,
There
good.
are directions confused, guys. North, west, east, south, southwest.
Well, in this instance, it was just, he goes right. Well, based on whose perspective? Like, which way are you facing when you say right?
My right or your right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you're
This
gonna
has
go.
the same vibes as I thought you said Weast.
Yep. I think this is worse than that, though.
Nouth. I go Nouth.
So going to Jabaz's massage room. Okay. So you open the door, and again, she's just reading her book. She sees you open the door. She puts it down, gives you a smile. Interested in a massage?
Barely.
Well, another 2 silver. Get yourself laid out here on the table. Clothing or lack thereof is completely optional, whatever you prefer, and we'll get started. Any allergies I should be aware of? Peppermint, things like that.
None at all.
Good. And she, begins to hustle about a little bit and takes a couple jars from different spots and puts them kind of like right next to the table. And lights a few extra candles.
As long as they don't use catnip, I think we'll all be fine.
Somehow I don't think they're going to use catnip in the massage, unless you specially request that. But yeah. So over the next about 15-20 minutes, you become aware that she is an actual masseuse. It's not just for show, and she's pretty good at what she does. It's relaxing. She seems to hone in on a couple definite knots that you had, mainly in your upper shoulders, from wielding a sword. And yeah, she's a good masseuse. Well worth the tea.
Pray tell, have you had any unusual customers of late?
No unusual customers. No customers that are. Nope.
Does she seem like she's being legit?
Roll an insight check.
Yes,
Yeah,
That
just,
sounded very suspicious.
that
Yeah,
is
it's-
very
no.
sus.
she just had 3 unusual customers.
And an unusual manservant.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definite hesitation. When she first started, and she kind of obviously went a little bit too overboard trying to cover that up.
Perhaps those that might seem more of the dangerous sort than the normal citizens of such a fair city. I wonder if one such would visit your premises, how well do you fare? Do you simply provide them with your service, or have you any guards? They must bring a certain uneasiness.
I meant what I said. None of the customers are troublemakers. The one who would deal with any troublemakers is the source of my discomfort. But
She
I
just sort
shouldn't
of
speak
like
poorly of my employers.
she just shifts her head so that she can look at her and says, "What distress does this bring you? Is it the older woman?"
Vera? No, she's perfectly sweet. She comes in here 2-3 times a week. I get the feeling she's just a bit lonely, but no, Vera has never caused any problems. She doesn't own this place either.
Oh, well then, who then is the owner?
Well, that would be, Duke Alamra Van Thampor.
You will have to spell that
Yep,
out because I have
already
no
doing it. Don't worry.
clue. All I heard was
This is what I heard. Do go ahead, like gibberish.
The Alamra Van Thampor.
Vadamper.
Sure, this is
Okay.
me making an NPC,
Vadamper.
and I'm bad at accents, so.
I see. Okay.
Yep, that still looks like gibberish
I was
to
gonna
me.
say, it was pour instead of
They're
purr. It
long
wasn't
names.
At least it's not a dragon name, okay? I mean,
Valamra Van Thamper.
maybe if we
Okay,
mash it
so
together, it could be a dragon name.
Volunteer will say, the Duke brings you unease.
No, not her so much. She's given over daily operations to her son, Mortlock, and he is... well, he's a bit brutish. He's never caused any problems, it just... makes me feel uneasy, and I'm... well, fairly certain that he's... You're not a member of the Guard or anything, are you? This is just between us?
You may trust me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Better you than me.
Oh,
Not bad.
not bad at all.
As I said, he's never caused any problems, and he leaves his place to run, and never been an issue, but I'm fairly certain that after hours he's used it on occasion for other illicit activities. Though I have no proof of this, and I don't know what precisely those activities are. It's just a bit of a hunch.
Have you felt yourself in danger?
Only once. I'd forgotten something after we closed up for the night, and I came back to retrieve it, and I felt like I was being watched, but nothing came of it, and I simply locked back up and scurried home a bit faster than usual after that.
Yeah, there are times where one might think they are being watched, but there's no one to be seen around. Perhaps there is a matter of some concern. You might have seen that I wield a very large sword, and I am quite capable. If you do find yourself fearful of your life, my name is Valentira, and you can come to me for protection. This, what was the son's name? She said it was like Moore something, like,
Mortlock.
Mortlock, okay. Got it. This Mortlock, does he bring with him many unsavory men or women? Perhaps that might meet in the late of night.
I can't say... I've never seen him bring anyone. He's only ever stopped by during the day to pick up the earnings. He's made it very clear and given strict orders that none of the staff are to hang out after hours. We are to simply lock up and leave.
Ah, I see. And has he been by this day?
No, he doesn't come by every day. We don't make... We do alright here, but we don't make enough money for him to warrant a pickup every day. Once every 10 days or so, he stops in. The last was 2 nights back?
Are you and how many other workers are here?
Right now it's just the two of us. We have a few members of staff that rotate throughout the week.
And so, Baz, that is her name, right?
Jabaz.
Jabaz. Alright, so she would take the full name. And so, Jabaz, would you see something done about this to ease your anxiety, your time here, so that you can be ensured that you are under safe employment?
I believe I am under safe employment. As I said, despite my suspicions and misgivings, it's never caused any kind of an issue. I've never had a problem during the day. I've practically left to run this place on my own.
'Tis fortunate. I don't presume that there have been any disappearances
Not
at all.
from the bathhouse, no.
Any of your acquaintances?
A friend of a friend disappeared once a few months back now. I never thought any... Obviously I thought things of it, but no reason to think it had anything to do with this place or whatever Mordlock does in the evenings.
Your friend of a friend. The disappearance near here or in some other part of the city?
No, she lived in the lower city, if I remember correctly.
Was anything done about her disappearance?
It was investigated as far as I'm aware, but I don't know that anything came of it.
Well then, I thank you for your efforts here. You are quite talented. And she is going to take out another silver and, well, whenever she can get to wherever her clothes are and things like that, she'll take out another silver and give it to her. She'll hand it to her and she'll look her in the eye and says, I'm thankful for our discussion. And I'm a woman of my word. If there's anything that you feel fearful of, I will assist you in any way that I can.
Go ahead and make another insight check. So as you say that, her eyes dart just for a split second to the wall behind her. She's kind of standing in the northwestern corner, and you're on the southern wall where the door out into the main section of the building is. And she just glances just for a split second. You see her eyes dart down to the left to the wall behind her, and then looks right back up to you. I
will
appreciate that, but I think the only thing that would cause me trouble is spreading my idle gossip and the wrong ears hearing it. So please, just again, keep this conversation between us.
Aye, and she will sort of like squeeze her hand a little bit, not like in any kind of aggressive way, but more in like a
Roll a strength check.
certainty, assurance kind of thing,
Yeah. Aside from that small look of her eyes, she's only now starting to seem a little anxious as she, mentions keeping the conversation between the two of you and worried about the wrong ears hearing it. But otherwise, she seems, she's still perfectly relaxed.
All right, Valentina will make note of where she looked. You said it was in like the northern corner?
Yep, northwestern corner.
Northwestern corner of the room. All right. So Val's gonna take her stuff and get dressed again. She will go looking for her sister and see whatever, as she does so, whatever Alexander and Warden are up to.
What are they up to?
Well, it's been an hour. Basically, Alexander would be getting ready to leave.
I am sitting in the corner, and I have Val's clothes in my lap, and I'm casting mending on it.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys see Val come back out of the massage room.
Valentina will give Warden. Where is Alexander again? Is he just like out here, like in the bath, or what?
He's in the. He's getting out of the hot bath at this point because it's been about an hour.
All right, so she's going to look at both Alexander and Warden, give them a look, as in like we must speak, and then she'll go over towards Caitlin, retrieve her clothing, leans into Caitlin, and says, "The woman Jabaz has spoken of some unease. I will tell you more as we leave."
I think I got all of the holes that you managed to acquire. Here you go.
Really now? More holes? The last time you fixed them all, I thought, but... Oh, okay.
I haven't fixed them since your last fight.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah.
Last 2 fights.
Alright, so Belle's gonna don all of her stuff and wait for Caitlin, and then sort of like gives a nod, jerking her head to the other two, and she'll leave.
So eventually you all find yourselves either, in the courtyard or out on the street proper outside of the bathhouse.
Yeah,
I lead the way to the cafe.
Yeah, we're gonna get Moon, of course, as well.
You guys don't know where she is. She sees you all leave the bathhouse, but she's on a rooftop with a 25 stealth.
Yeah.
Val will simply ask Caitlin, "Where is Moon?"
For me, I'm not going to reveal myself.
Val will just
No,
ask Caitlin where Moon is.
I don't know where she's at. She said something about keeping an eye out.
Well, we must speak, and I do not wish to repeat myself, so we should find the small one, and actually I don't even know how tall. No, Moon's small, right?
Yes, she is a small creature. She is, one moment,
7'4".
2'11".
2'11".
2'11".
Tiny.
Really?
Are you
She is a
sure?
small creature.
That's I'm not even sure if you can be that small, but
That's approaching tiny.
Tabaxi can be 4'11 to 5'10". Apparently she's
Yeah.
a dwarf Tabaxi.
She's a tabaxi. She
Tabaxi are
was-
medium sized though.
No, mine here says I'm small.
yeah, you can choose to be small or medium in
Ah,
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The new version, right?
but 2 feet. Holy crap! Well, 2'11", so 3 feet. But yeah,
She is more of a rag doll.
She's a dwarf
long-haired
Tabaxi.
rag doll.
with a longbow.
The
You could, like-
longbow is actually a short bow, but it's long for me.
You can like shoot yourself with a longbow.
I can imagine 3 Tabaxi firing
Yeah.
longbow.
three of her size tobacco.
Yeah, exactly. You look at this as a fantasy game, because otherwise I'd say you're 2'11", you cannot wield a longbow.
I know. There's no way.
I
Most
could
people can't use a
go up
longbow.
To like 3.
What was that?
I could go up to 3'11".
You probably should.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
We're just giving you crap. I'm just, because it was unexpected. I mean, even at 3'11", you wouldn't be able to use a longbow.
Just want to see Crescent Moon like shooting herself with that longbow
It's-
or whatever. Just like
It's more plausible though.
Sure, it's more plausible.
oh my gosh. Like the quiver is as long as she is.
It's a little one. That's for
She
sure.
can fit.
Right, but if it's a little one, it's no longer a longbow. That's the point. It's a slingshot at that point. Oh, goodness.
well.
Yeah, just for reference, traditional longbows are like 6-7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
big.
And you need to be strong to use a real longbow.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I guess we're gonna look for Moon for a little bit.
Sure.
Good luck.
Unless
Or maybe
she unless she reveals herself.
I mean, like we're wandering, we're actually leaving and wandering around, looking around for her. So maybe Moon could get the clue.
Yeah, and she's clearly seen, everyone leave the bathhouse. It's just up to her at this point.
Okay.
She's happy where she's at.
Sure.
All right, fine.
Is there an inn on this street?
An inn on this street? Not on this particular street. There are some nearby, but not on the street.
Okay. What kind of businesses are there on this street?
There's a couple of restaurants. There is looks like a bakery. There is a sweet shop. Just generally stuff in that vein.
Yeah.
Slightly more like, upscale, kind of high-end boutique stores.
Yeah. So we need someplace where we can hide while we observe the place.
Well,
Have a hiding place.
while we're kind of looking and ambling or whatever, Valentina is going to relay what she's heard to the rest of the party, stating that there's a Duke, Salamra Van Thamper, who owns the bathhouse, and her son, the Brute, perhaps, runs the operations and is known to meet with some potentially unsavory individuals. Jabaz did not want to speak too much and is concerned about this information being spread to the wrong ears. But we can certainly put two and two together. I think that perhaps later at the night, we will come back to this bathhouse. We will investigate that which possibly has gone unseen near the fountain. After, though, all of the attendees have left, she has stated that they were given instruction by this Mortlock to leave by a certain time and close things down. Quite convenient for a gathering, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I'm looking around the cafe.
What
and
cafe? Are we in a
we're
cafe?
Going to, we're going to the cafe with the tables that are outside.
Okay.
No, I
Is
thought that you were going to search for an inn.
Is there a cafe nearby? I mean,
Yeah, you guys asked that beforehand, remember?
alright, so, sure, we'll do that. Cool.
So what were you looking around for?
Okay, are we going to wait until dark?
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Okay.
Which, we got there around, I think you said 4-ish?
Yes, and by the time, you guys spent about an hour inside, it's about 5 now.
Alright.
So anything specific you want to do, or just, wait till nightfall, see if Moon shows up?
If you guys just look up, you would
I mean, there's nothing... There isn't really too much to do, so I guess we'll just sort of just wait and watch.
Alexander pulls out a deck of cards.
A what of cards?
A deck of cards.
Okay.
A deck of cards.
Sounded
deck
like you
of-
said
deck
something
of-
different.
A deck of cards.
Wash your ears out, Chiron.
What? Wash
Wash
my
your ears out.
It's just the way he said it. Surprise, it's a deck of many things. Everyone dies.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Hey, there's a few different decks now, so it could be a fun time.
With your luck? No, it couldn't.
Yeah.
Gain 3 levels. Yes.
Explode. Damn it.
fall into a pit full of spiders.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty tame.
Yeah, compared to being banished to a different plane of existence.
Yeah, or your
Demi-plane or
soul
something.
vanishing at the at the finale episode of the campaign. My favorite part of Critical Role.
Relocated into the Feywild. Oh, I've been here before.
I just love seeing the exasperation on Laura's face when Travis had his
I know.
soul taken in the finale.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll say the next couple of hours, you guys, just keep an eye on the place from the cafe and just make it look like you're just having a leisurely, camaraderie dinner more or less. Say everyone spends a silver, and you can sit there for a while and eat and drink and just kind of blend in.
I want to listen to the gossip.
Sure, roll a perception check.
That is fair.
I will do the same because
Oh gosh. I am rolling.
I mean, we all might as well.
watching.
See if we
Oh,
can pick up on stuff.
jeebus. Hey, someone actually is competent in perception.
I'm usually competent in perception.
Oh, you still don't see me.
Well, they're not even looking for you now, so.
I
I
know.
saw an 18, but a final result didn't show up.
That was Alexander.
Yeah,
Final result 19.
he got a 19.
19, okay. It didn't show up on either
Come on.
account, so
I'm
I
like,
saw it.
Weird. I'm seeing it right now.
probably
still,
decent.
if they roll above my roll, they should be able to find me still.
Not if they're not looking for you. 'Cause
We
they're-
were,
Yeah,
and then we stopped because you didn't freaking come out. So
yeah, they're now down the street, sitting outside of a cafe. They have no line of sight to you whatsoever, and they're listening to rumors and having dinner. So even if they rolled a 26 right now, they just wouldn't see you. If you want to, it would mean abandoning your post.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Alexander, all of you, you hear some conversation around the area, but a lot of it is what you've already heard. Not surprisingly, most of it is concerned about Elturel and its disappearance, since, it hasn't been that long, and what people are going to do about all the refugees, and how the city's going to cope, and if Baldur's Gate is next, who's going to be in power now that the Grand Duke has gone missing. But Alexander, you hear a name that I think you guys heard before. You hear the name Thavius Krieg, the High Overseer of Elturel, and you only hear it from a couple people walking down the street past where you're all seated, and one of them says to the other one that he thinks Thavius Krieg is still alive and has something to do with all of this. I'll put that name in the chat for you too. Oops, I said it as Moon.
I was close. But I had a D, 2 D's instead of a V.
an IE instead of an EE.
Now I gotta double
Oh.
check, make sure it's not IE.
I bet you it is. Fabius. I had Thaddeus. Okay, let me rewrite that.
Nope, I
I
was
thought
right.
it was that. Yes.
Fine. You're right, fine.
I was right.
High Overseer of Elturel. Okay. And why are these people thinking that he's still alive?
What was that, Moon?
The character that you used.
Yeah, I had your token selected, so that's why it showed up.
I'm speaking. Is that Never mind.
So we'll say as part of that perception check, you guys are keeping an eye on the bathhouse down the street as well. And you guys, over the next couple hours, mark the people that you saw in there leave. Just based on the head count. There were 3 people still in there when you all left. You've now since seen 3 people trickle out the gates and go on their way.
Including Jabaz?
No, 3 customers were still in there.
Customer. Okay.
After sunset, probably around 9, maybe 9:15, you guys would eventually see 2 more people come out, 2 women, and from a distance, Alexander could probably make out that it's Jabaz and the other woman, and they're chatting together, and they come out the gate, and they turn, and she fixes a chain and a lock on it and locks it up. They seem to be closing up a little bit early for the night since they haven't had customers for a little bit. And they just go walking the opposite direction from you guys, talking to each other as they head home. Moon, with your previous, what was it, a 19? Let me roll something here.
Was an 8. No. Yeah, 19. 19 perception.
Okay. A little while later, well, a good while after those two leave, Moon, you see what looks like the edge of a cloak go over the wall, and it was quick, and you almost missed it. You just caught the tail end of the cloak going over the top of the wall and then disappearing back down the side
Into the court.
into the courtyard. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to get down and I'm going to find the room.
Make another acrobatics check.
Meanwhile, Ballantyre is going to ask Alexander, I've seen you partaking in the arts arcane, as they say. Have you any way to use your ability to contact our friend Moon?
I can shout.
We all can shout, Alexander.
I can't. Not magically.
A pity. There is a room that I spoke with while I was speaking with Jabaz, and there was a bit of nervousness about her when we spoke, and she looked into a particular corner. I think it might merit further investigation.
Okay. There's an alley behind it, right?
Behind the
Can I get
bathhouse?
down without
Yeah.
falling flat on my face?
Yeah, well, we're letting them, have the conversation as you're watching the last couple hours or so. There's an alley to either side of it. It's not. I mean, alley is kind of an overstatement. It's a decently open space on the other side of the bathhouse, and then on the other side is another street.
What's behind the bathhouse?
That's the other street.
Huh.
So the door into the gate into the courtyard is on the southern side. East and west it's a decent amount of space between the bathhouse and the next couple of buildings, like on either side. And then you can walk straight through the gap to the other side, and on the north side there is just another full street.
And the wall that's like surrounding or the bathhouse or part of it, how high was that wall?
10 feet.
So
Where my character's fine.
yeah, I was just trying to gauge like how scalable it is. Is there? Okay.
And then Moon 14, you get down no problem. And can slink out of the alleyway and look up and down the street and see the rest of your group. Just up the block a little bit, sitting outside of patio seating. A couple street lamps have been lit now, so there's a nice warm glow about the area, and they seem to be enjoying a meal.
I slink through the shadows and appear out of the shadows behind Alexander and say, "There's subway in the bathhouse."
And with that 25 stealth, you get there no problem. So the first indication your party has of you being there is hearing those words.
Ballantyre, startled, takes out her sword, swings.
Dead cat.
Finally, what did you see, Moon?
Look, going over the wall. There is subway in the bathhouse.
Well then come, we cannot wait any longer. And let's make our way over there.
Okay. So you guys get up from the table, start heading back toward the bathhouse, and as we slow-mo watch you walk up to the gate, we'll go ahead and take our break.
Okay.
Slow mo.
Darby!
Back in a few.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I see.
Third time's the charm. There we go.
I have
Perfect.
some lemonade.
I drank all lemonade yesterday.
All right, we are all here.
I should have made myself.
Should have what?
Should have made myself some tea.
Too late
Oh, well.
now. Oh, look at Sharon getting fancy. Okay, so you guys make the short journey to the front gate of the bathhouse. When you get in front of the wooden gate, you see, as I mentioned before, it is currently, chained and locked up. What are you guys doing?
Val looks over towards Caitlin and says, "We could easily surmount this, but perhaps we should save our strength." And then she's gonna,
I just
Judge.
climb over.
yeah, she's gonna judge how easily climbable it is, and she's gonna try and climb it.
Roll acrobatics, Moon.
How did
Climbing speed.
we immediately go to jumping the wall instead of unlocking the gate?
Oh, Moon has a climbing speed.
Climbing
Um,
speed.
Yeah, in that case, Moon,
I
you,
have-
you scale the wall, no problem.
I mean, Moon could potentially have opened it, maybe, if she could unlock it.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not a rogue. And I drop down.
You're the closest
I'm not
thing
a
we have to it.
rogue. I like that. I'm not a rogue. And she drops down.
Val's gonna try and climb it as well.
Okay.
If you don't have a climbing speed, go ahead and roll either athletics or acrobatics.
I'm gonna use athletics.
Yeah. That's fine. That's not bad.
Hey, mine for you.
Nice.
Alexander. We're
So,
gonna have to help him up.
I picture everyone vaults the wall, essentially, and then Alexander's just standing there thinking this is, beneath him, given his status, and just doesn't bother to climb it at all. Hey, don't move yourself back over there. There you go. So the four of you are in the courtyard, Alexander is still on the other side.
Alexander, are you coming? I mutter through the door.
Eventually stealing himself, gets down and dirty, and next thing you know, Alexander comes leaping over the wall himself.
And he sees that Kate has a rope that she was starting to. She had gotten ready to sling over it. And shrugs and puts it back.
Quietly we go. So as
I
not to
don't know why we
disturb
can
them.
see through the windows. Okay.
You don't worry about it, it's just a function of the map, I was aware of it beforehand. So.
Yeah.
So, quietly go so that we are not to disturb those that we seek to find. And she's gonna
Slip
start.
into the shadows.
Well, the game's paused, so it can't do anything, but,
Stupid pause button.
you're like, no, it's not. Val is gonna start moving forward quietly, if she can.
Sure. Everybody
Stealth
wants-
check.
Yeah, go and roll stealth.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. I think
What's
she has
the-
disadvantage. No, she doesn't have disadvantage. Cool. I don't know.
It's control
For disadvantage, yes.
for disadvantage.
I think I have disadvantage.
You don't have disadvantage?
Why did it
I-
roll
Okay.
disadvantage?
That might be
I thought
MIDI QOL might be picking it up.
Medium. I have chainmail shirt.
Splinmail does not do disadvantage apparently though. Oh wait, I don't have it. I don't have it equipped right now. Yes, I totally have disadvantage.
It doesn't say anything about disadvantage by my stealth. There's no D. So
For what?
I must
A chain
not.
shirt? Yeah, chain shirt
Yeah.
doesn't give.
Oh, okay.
Check your D&D like thing.
I did.
Chain shirt doesn't have disadvantage.
Cool.
It was my D&D Beyond. I didn't have it equipped as a reminder, but I forgot to re-equip. And yeah,
So
4.
should I
Great.
roll stealth?
Yes.
Would you like to re-roll?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we want to spend the inspiration die on this?
Oh.
That is the question.
Yeah, maybe. Although I have +0 to my stealth, and it's still going to be disadvantaged, so I don't know. Let it go.
Slinging
Okay.
around, it doesn't matter.
Let us go quietly. Clink,
I know.
clank.
It's less clanking and more that because she's like in a combat stance, she doesn't lift her feet, and so she kind of drags her boots across the stone floor.
And she probably even said it like not as quietly as she should have.
So yeah, given how quiet the courtyard is, and the fact that the street outside is, definitely quieted down at this point in the night, the scraping is loud, and your voice carries and echoes off the walls.
Wonderful.
Why I shrink into the shadows so nobody can see me.
All right. Well, if no one's going ahead, Val's going to go forward, and she's going to go over to the door here.
Always
gonna
follow
take
you,
up the
sister.
rear, so.
I never take the front. You know that.
Is this door locked?
Do you try the handle?
I do.
It is locked.
How sturdy is this door?
It's wood. It's not like reinforced or anything. It'd be, easy enough to break down. But you definitely make noise doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the gate to the street?
Moon is at the gate to the street, right over here.
No.
The door into the bathhouse is up here, where Warden and Volunteer are.
Sticking to the bushes.
Sure.
When we were back down towards here, like these windows that were in there, did they seem to be, we can climb through or anything like that, or?
No, they are definitely too small to climb through, and they don't look like they open either.
Oh, I see.
Can Moon climb through?
You could climb up to them, but again, they don't look like they open.
Strats.
They're just meant to bring in some colorful natural lighting during the day.
Yep.
We must gain entrance, and unless one of you has a key,
Nobody can try to open this up without making too much noise.
I don't have pick locks.
But
Which pool was it that's suspicious?
It was one of the southern ones. Couldn't tell which at the time.
Does anybody have pins?
Yep, one of those.
Alexander's gonna do a search for anything hidden.
Sure. Go ahead and roll either a perception check or an investigation check. I'll let you pick.
well, I have my tinderbox. Probably doesn't have anything in it.
Burn this mother down. Alexander, as you are investigating the fountain, you don't see anything, but after a minute or two, over the kind of heavy mineral smell of the water, you smell sulfur.
Uh-huh.
Alexander kind of waves at everybody and points at the fountain.
And then you immediately hear the flapping of wings and something taking off into the air.
I don't know if Valentier noticed him just yet, so
Yeah.
I'll wait for someone else to.
Where did it take off from?
You heard the sound of wings from the top of the fountain.
Fine, imp.
Yeah.
Okay. Alexander's going to feel around the bottom of the fountain.
That is not good.
You don't find anything.
Okay. He's going to take the statue, see if it rotates or anything.
Nope, it's solid. Doesn't move at all.
What are you doing down there? We must gain entry.
Something came out of the fountain.
Well, what was it and where is it? She looks around.
It flew straight up. I didn't see it.
Is
But
it
it
possible
smelled
it
of
was...
sulfur before it left.
Sulfur. Val is going to come down to the fountain. And she looks around. And then her eyes are going to glow with a golden spark as she will use her channel divinity to do divine sense.
Looking for fiends, I'm guessing.
Indeed.
Aside from what you get off Alexander, nothing.
Try to unlock this door.
Do you have thieves' tools?
No,
Okay, so what are you trying to unlock it with?
my claws.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be sleight of hand?
Are you... Because you don't have tools or anything, I don't think so. It's never sleight of hand for lockpicking, it's always thieves' tools.
Okay. So
What's this last?
which one is disadvantage?
Control.
Control.
Okay. While she's doing that, so this will actually last for 10 minutes. And so Val is going to scour this whole area looking for fiends.
Alexander says, look up.
And upward. It will do a range of 60 feet.
Yep.
So she's walking all around, looking up, and trying to be very alert for the presence of any invisible fiends.
Nothing registers on your channel divinity. Except for the fact that Moon gets the lock open.
I back up, and I had it in one of the bushes.
Do you tell us?
Not really.
I mean, I was standing right there.
Okay. Well, Volunteer, as she's walking around, will just say, be on alert. There's likely a hidden fiend of some kind around, although I've not yet been able to detect. Perhaps it is because of your presence. And she just gives Alexander a little bit of a look. And then, I guess, what does Warren tell us that the door's open?
Yeah, I'll
Alexander
mention
ro-
that it appears Moon got it open.
Yeah. Alexander rolls his eyes.
Alright. Val's gonna go to the door and open the door.
Is anybody not going to like comment on me saying I'm not a rogue and then me lock picking a door?
Not yet.
And I say, good
Just
job,
because you're not a rogue
roguey."
doesn't mean you're not dexterous.
Val, what's your passive perception?
Valtier's passive perception is a whopping 10.
Okay, in that case, as you open the door and stride into the room,
Yep.
at the last possible second, you hear what sounds like a cloak, and as you whip around, there's a dagger already coming towards you. From right around there, because you guys were not quite enough to avoid being picked up on. Oh, so I'm forgetting now. Surprise works differently now, so it's just going to be disadvantage on the initiative roll.
Disadvantage.
Correct.
So, you guys should be able to start rolling initiative.
Alrighty then.
What was that, Colin?
Are we all at disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, I need to roll again.
And
Sorry.
that's what, control?
Yes.
Yeah,
My
4.
control did
I
not
was
work.
holding it and it did not work.
Yeah, same thing for me. So I'm going to. Oh, there's no
Just
arrow to
rolled
use
a
either.
3. I just rolled a 3.
All right.
13.
I rolled a 19
I'll roll
and then
again.
I rolled a 4.
Ooh, I rolled 19 and 18.
19 down
So
to
sweet.
13.
Nice.
I have the 16.
Okay, so I'm going to read off what's on there right now. Tell me if it's right. Valentir is at an 18.
Correct.
Warden's at a 13.
Yep.
Moon is at a 7.
Yep.
Alexander's at a 5.
Yeah.
And Caitlin's at a 4.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Can't wait for level 4.
And there are my guys. Okay. So, start of the combat. Before Valentina gets a turn to move, this door opens, and another guy comes running out. Oh, and I gotta change the music too.
Very peaceful, very tranquil.
Very tranquil music to fight with.
Don't worry, we'll fix that.
Hello, villains. Nice of you to drop by.
So this guy's gonna route 5, 10, 15. Well,
This is going
5.
to be fun.
Right there, 10, 15. And he is going to. Yeah, sorry, just checking through stat sheet. You once again feel that cold shiver run down your spine, Val, as these two surround you. And he's going to try and stab you now. Oh, target confirmation.
Did you want to fix the initiative for them or anything?
Oh, this guy I can reveal now. Yeah. There you go. Okay, that was weird. There's a new target confirmation, I guess, from MIDI QL being updated. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, but that's gonna miss with a total of 13.
Mhm.
As he comes running out, grabs hold of the pillar, and then lunges forward to try and just stab you in the neck. But you've spun around just in time and are able to backstep out of his reach. And now it's your turn.
All right. Ho, villain! Just as we suspected, skulking around. Perhaps you should speak the name of your masters before you die this day. And that's the one who attacked her, right?
Yep, on the left.
Okay. So, Valentina will draw her greatsword and swing to... Wait, well, actually, before she does that, hold on. I should be more intelligent about this. Okay, that character is not that character, so I don't have Blade Word. Can I do? Yes, I can. I'm going to do that. So, she is going to speak a celestial word and close her eyes briefly as she will cast, if my spells will show up. Why don't any bonus action spells actually appear? They should appear. What's going on? Wow, none of my spells. I wonder if my character sheet doesn't have them. She's going to try... Well, I'm going to do from the Beyond for right now until I can figure this out.
Did
But
this
she's going to
happen
cast
last
Shield of
week,
Faith.
I thought we fixed it last week.
Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can...
I see
my
Shield of
spells are-
Faith. I have Shield of
you-
Faith, Divine Favor, and Divine Smite.
In the Archon Combat HUD?
Yep.
I'm not seeing anything.
Are you sure you had the bonus action spells selected?
I tried bonus action and action to see what would come up. Oh, wow, now... Nope, that's use feature. Like, the spells... Like, innate spellcasting on first level will appear, but there's no spells attached to them. That's so weird. I'm gonna
What?
turn off the combat HUD, turn it back on, and... Hey, everything's there now.
Woo!
It was so weird. Okay, so Shield of Faith, and cast spell. Yay, stuff is working. Okay,
Hooray,
so as a
concentration
bonus
trap.
action,
Nice. You targeted the one that you were going to.
Yep. He's now got a +2 to his AC.
can I redo that?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, how about I target myself, and then cast
Could you
Shield of
imagine?
Faith.
Could you imagine if I made you guys stick with that? You'd be dead.
And I think, what did I cast before? Yeah, we haven't slept, so I think I cast one spell before, probably the same spell. So, alright, so let me remove that resource. Okay, don't consume this one, and then poof. No, not Divine Favor, oh my god!
Wow, Star. Wow.
Get rid of that. Shield of Faith, holy crap, we will get there, guys, someday. Okay,
There we go.
it's all good.
Third time's the charm.
Then I'm going to swing my great sword.
And only
Damn
inflict the
it.
grave damage.
3 hit points worth of damage.
There we go, got it. So yeah, as you dodge out of the way of his dagger strike, and then for a second just grab hold of your long sword and under that prayer to yourself, and then strike forward. He ducks back behind the pillar there, and you're only just barely able to graze the side of his arm before he gets out of range of it.
Volunteer will step here,
Okay.
giving the rest some room to move.
All right. Next up, this door opens, and another individual steps out. This one, not quite hooded and cloaked like the others. You can see a female face underneath it. Looks. It's kind of hard to tell in the low light, but pale and tattered armor. But as they open the door, you don't hear them say anything. They just hiss, and they throw a hand up in this clawed motion, and you see the tips of their fingers extend into spectral claws, which then shoot off like little missiles right toward. Seeing you swing a greatsword is going to be a Val. So it's called Claws of the Grave.
Great. Undead.
Yes.
16
Thank goodness.
misses. Second one is a 7. Okay. So these series of spectral claws fly out, and once again, there's a pillar there. Why not use it? You just duck your head behind it, and you hear what sounds like stone scraping, and each one of these little projectiles just vanish into the stonework and seem to leave it blackened and scorched. And then they're going to back into the room again. And that's their turn. Warden, you're up.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25. Do I go for that Necromite, or do I go for one of the assassins? That is the question.
I'd go for one of the assassins.
Make a perception check for me, Warden.
I can do. Yes.
You feel that same cold shiver down your spine.
So I'm within melee of one of these guys, and they just haven't gotten turned. Okay. Well, I can't see them right now, so
If only I had fairy fire.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move down one space.
Okay. Do me a favor and move back one.
Yep.
As this guy,
You're like, dang it.
yep, was still hidden and will use his reaction to try and stab you as you go.
Do I have half cover from that corner?
Sure. Not that it matters. Carry on.
Well, he just revealed himself, so I'm gonna...
You did?
Actually, I just put myself within melee of this guy, so I don't want to.
I was waiting. I was about to
Back
say.
and forth, back and forth.
Yep.
Would you like to trigger the third one's reaction, perhaps?
I'm going to
Not that any of them are going to hit you.
draw my longsword. And speaking a word of power, ignite it with holy light.
Ooh, paladin ability.
Love it. Drag that there. Go to inventory. Grab the new one. Drag it there. There we go. And then I will strike at him.
This is the part where he explodes. 14 hits.
Yes, please explode.
That is 5 points of radiant damage.
5 points, got it. Did not explode, oddly enough, but definitely takes a large chunk of his health. As you see, he's trying to get an angle on Valentira, and then her head whips around as your sword begins to glow in the middle of this darkened bathhouse, and you can tell that the eyes do not adjust in time for the light, and just leaves yourself completely open as you stab up into the shoulder and almost pin her to the wall. Or sorry, not the wall, but almost knock her back into the pool.
That's 20 feet of bright light and an additional 20 feet of damage shining from my sword now.
Copy
I have
that.
announced our presence.
Just a bit. There you go, light. Anything else?
Lick it.
Excellent.
There
Uh.
doesn't make much difference to me because cat vision.
Well, it
Before we continue,
buffs my weapon.
I'm going to annoy Mr. Chiron and ask him to re-implement our health bars, please.
It did it again?
Why? I didn't even notice.
I was just waiting for somebody to announce it.
No, I don't mind you guys asking. I mind Foundry turning it off for some reason.
I just.
Your patience is being tested.
Weird.
I just tried to change it, and it didn't.
So it has this entire thing to change it to a sacred weapon, right? And yet it doesn't really do anything. Because it's supposed to give me a +2 to attack. But it didn't. That didn't take effect.
That's probably because one of the submodules isn't updated yet.
Yeah.
Okay, it worked for Warden. Try Volunteer again.
I don't see Warden's thing. Maybe I should
I can
refresh.
see Valentira's name now when I hover over.
Oh, I can see mine. I can. Oh,
Oh, there's the health bar.
Yeah, I had disconnected and reconnected, so I can see my name and health bar now. I do not see Warden's name or health bar.
Oops, close the door. Okay, let me set it for Warden again.
I see my health bar.
Yeah, I see Warden.
I don't know what you.
You do?
I see it, yeah.
Try now. I just
Now I
updated it.
now I do. Yeah.
Okay, I had
And
to-
I
had to
see
do
my name as well too.
Each one of you
Yep.
twice just now, so. Let's get Alexander.
Wherever Alexander is, I don't even know.
He's in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
I
working.
just realized
What?
there's a rainbow light shining out of the stained glass windows.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Oh, that's fun.
to everybody that we're having a disco party.
All right, should be
We're-
working for Kate and Alexander.
We're semi-official. We're semi-official, so
You can get away with this. Yes.
All right, should be working for everybody now.
Yep, I see moons. I don't see Kate and Alexander because I can't see them yet, but yeah.
I'm sure it'll break again next week.
It has their full
Probably.
names underneath them.
That, yeah.
So it's
I added
Alexander
that just
Oxford Cassandra.
now. Oh, yeah.
It's across 3 spaces.
Boom.
Warden, was there anything else?
Boom.
I do not believe so. No.
Okay. Next up is this guy. who, having just gotten smacked with a radiant weapon, is now going to turn and try and hit you.
Girl.
Oh, disadvantage on his next attack, by the way, from Sap.
Oh, copy that.
On the
Disadvantage.
Expected.
So, cool. I move over.
Hey, Chiron,
Fine.
the combat tracker actually automatically went down to the appropriate person when you did the carousel.
I am going to.
Shoot Warden. No.
No. I'm going
Do
to
it.
target this one.
Natural 1 and hit me anyways.
Or me. Yeah, don't
Hunter's mark.
don't roll a 1.
Hunter's mark.
This guy's right here.
How do I?
She is Cat. Cat does not strike the closest one for some reason.
There.
It's like
Perfect.
oh no, she's talking rather loud. It's just her mic is that bad.
Yep.
She forgot.
Funny.
Giving you
I just
evil,
heard her laugh in the other room.
evil cat bear.
Okay, so I fire my bow.
Oh my gosh!
Nothing else I can do because I use my bonus action and my action.
Okay. Alexander is going to target that guy.
Which guy? Some guy.
Right above me.
Ah, that guy.
Yeah.
He rolled 2 so far.
Well-
I know, it was weird.
Okay.
Step up and target the one below me.
Yes!
He's dead.
No, I want to kill him more!
There's definitely something wrong with those dice.
Oh, that's weird.
He's pulling one roll and displaying it twice. That's weird.
Okay, he'll do that. He'll move over to where that guy was and target that guy.
Aw.
Yep, it was
I was-
teetering right.
I was rooting for
there.
Alexander to like just start wiping people out here. Yeah, you got the first guy.
He's gonna like be peeking around the wall. So he's in that corner, but this way he can see.
Hey, Colin, since you just used Scorching Ray for the first time, does it look anything special or anything like that, or?
Exactly, Scorchy.
Just like it looks like just like a hand going out with claws on it, and flames coming off it.
Cool. All right. Must be Alexander.
Wait a second. The second level slot gets 4.
Huh?
A slot above level 2.
Oh.
Isn't Scorching Ray a level 2 spell though?
Yeah, it is. So you can't cast level 3 spells yet, right?
Oh, okay. Then I only get the 3 then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Ha! Okay. Sacred flaming this guy.
Gee.
And then I go up next to Alexander. And I give him a wink as my bonus action, I guess, because I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action. Alright.
One long, deliberate wink.
That's a long, big old wink. It's a wink with a capital W. Yeah, right? Alright, so, ignoring the guy behind her, or the person behind her first, she is going to swing at this one.
Ha! Finally.
Kachoosh! Yep. All right, she swings around towards the next one and gets ready. That's it.
Uh huh. Slash. 10 to hit. Wonderful. That's it. Yeah.
We cannot wait. We cannot wait to level 5, man.
Yeah.
It's so like, oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Choices have consequences.
The immovable and the unstoppable.
That'll hit.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Okay,
I'm going to stand by you when you're not strong.
What?
Somebody.
Is
It's
Moon
not
just
on her
like,
turn.
to move. I'm trying to move.
It's still counting them on the counting the dead.
Okay, I move right there. And I'm going to go ahead and target this one. I am going to move my hunter's mark
Yes.
over. And
what is going on with that? Yeah. Mhm.
because it's a concentration thing. Just have to
Yeah.
Yeah, but it removed my concentration.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the bonus action thing.
Hmm?
The start. Yeah. I had to do that manually. Yeah. So I'm going to fire my arrow. When
It-
Moon rolls bad, the bad guys roll bad.
It clings right off the center of that pillar.
When
Immediately after getting
rolls
stabbed,
bad-
nonetheless.
When Moon rolls bad, the bad guys roll bad. Be happy that Moon is rolling bad.
I think it's just a coincidence.
No. No, that's just how the dice gods have decided to do. Well, that's basically it.
Eldritch
Okay,
Blaze.
Alexander's gonna move here. And then let that guy have it with
Eldritch.
Ooh, look at that
Blast.
animation. That was cool. Splatter.
Alexander like takes his finger.
I
and,
feel
like,
bad for
blows up
contaminating
on
the water.
tip. Alexander takes his finger and blows on the tip. That's it.
Hold action for Sacred Flame.
I'm going to pull back the hood of this guy's cape to look at his face. Oh. Okay. And then I'm going to go over to this door. 'Cause I am a sucker for punishment. I'm going to go to the side of it, the far side of it, and open it up.
They're barring it.
Ah. Again. Do I still have an action? Alright, then I wouldn't have done any. I would stay where I'm at. I opened the door. I smile. Alright. I don't go down in the corner.
Because just as you do, your sister comes running forward, so long as the combat tracker makes my turn.
Stuck on the knife blades.
And whoosh.
Sure that's what they're
Yeah, probably. Alright.
leave her alive.
She comes up and brandishing the great sword. Seeing that this one is dressed a bit differently, she says very quickly, "One reason to spare your life." Looking directly into her eyes to see any kind of moment of hesitation or surrender. Okay.
Nice.
Guidance.
I don't think you can do that.
I can do it as a reaction, right?
No.
Oh. I thought you could.
No.
Yeah.
That was the UA, and they didn't go that way. So it's back to using an action that is like concentration for a period of time. So
Okay. Shucks.
all right, swingy swing, attacking.
Swingity swing.
Ah.
All right, and so she's ready to press forward, and that's it for her turn.
Miss.
It's a swing and a miss. and a
Using her
swing.
greatsword to block one of the blows and step aside from the other one. Yeah.
Can I enter Valentira's space to make an attack? And then leave it again? Okay. Could I try bowling through this person's space, try to knock them back? Sure. Just so I can actually do something.
Can he? It's. I think it has to be described particularly well because like a normal shove would still mean stopping her space, but if he's trying to like bowl through like Kenny's saying, like he would have to like go through. I'm not even sure if it can be done. So sweet.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I was thinking.
Cool. Like push Valentira out of the way. Correct. You got it.
That won't be pleasant.
Just acid suddenly. Ah! Oh yeah.
I'll give it a go though.
Oh my gosh. That's why we're not slipping on water. Do not fail.
Swing and a hit.
Did it?
I didn't see anything happen yet.
Okay. Let's
might
try
be-
it from D&D Beyond.
It might be desynced again.
I didn't even see it roll, is the thing.
I saw something just roll. Oh, that's from D&D Beyond.
Nope. Oh! Haha!
Aha.
Uh... 15. My strength is a +3. So that should be... 13?
13. Oh my goodness, it worked. Amazing.
Success.
Valentier's like, I got this. You're like, no, I got this. And then Val's gonna be like, no, I got this. Probably.
Mhm.
And I just love
And
how
her
you
turn's
said,
not selected.
yeah, let's see if I can move.
It's still on one of the knife blades.
No, it's on her now.
Okay. It's not showing up for this. Probably a desync. Yeah, desync. I got logged out when I went to refresh.
Can I make that shot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and risk it. I'm going to move my hunter's mark over.
Do not let this be a chicken scene.
Shush! Again? I do not know why it rolled 2 dice.
Interesting that the dice were a 6 and a 3, but then the results are 6 and 6. It's weird.
So weird.
Even, yeah, the fact that it's rolling 2 anyway, but yeah. Gotta be. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Yep.
And I have to remove that.
311. I thought so. I don't know.
There is no way you're making that.
I could do Hell of Thorns, but
That's dependent on hit.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
also a bonus action.
Yep.
yeah,
Can you
I
move?
already did my bonus action, so
Yep.
Okay, so we want to take this guy prisoner, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
I guess so.
Good try.
Okay.
I could have done charm person,
Okay.
but nah.
There. Okay. That is going to go over there. Target her.
Well, I see a cool effect. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, command.
Why didn't
It's
it?
one word, surrender.
Why didn't it show up?
Yeah,
Yes.
DC 13.
So let's see something. Okay.
Ooh.
Technically, and Chiron can always override this, but technically the 2024 has very specific things that you can do with command, and it actually has to be one of these now, as opposed to like, make up a word kind of thing. But but they tried it because people were abusing it and crap, or it was just so confusing or whatever. But surrender could be maybe the same thing as halt, right? Or grovel, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Grovel.
You could say something that might be the equivalent, effect, right? All right. Okay.
Colin is the person that would abuse that, so. I don't think Colin is the type of person to abuse that, so.
No.
Stop it! Slap
I
the wrist.
Sharon's totally gonna abuse it. I mean, come on, we all know.
Yep.
That's it.
I don't have that spell. All right.
You don't have it prepared. There's a difference.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. 5. Okay, so why can't I move? All right, now I can move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right? I was trying to move next to, yes. All right, I lift my hand and I say, told.
Are you?
No.
Pay your fare.
Oh, Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
On.
Hey, we get one single hit in.
I feel rather bad for the employees.
Yeah.
Val's gonna come down here to look inside this other room. So, next to Moon here. See if there's anything in there. Alright,
Okay, which room was the boss in?
The one you're in.
and that's the room that the volunteer was in, right? When she got her massage?
Can't pass through a wall.
Okay.
this
Alexander's
corner.
gonna look in that corner right there.
Yeah.
See what he can find.
Yeah, Val comes in and points over to the corner again. Oh, to kind of
Okay,
help
you want to help? Give me.
I'm not proficient in investigation, unfortunately. Oh. The woman Jabaz did mention something. She glanced at this corner. Something must be there.
Could be a false wall. I'll tap my hammer. Try breaking it down.
Well, perhaps
Yeah.
Where did
The-
she look?
perhaps the floor.
Val, where did she look? Which corner?
It was this one. She points to the northwest.
So many things.
Okay. I take out my... Nope, I don't. I have a long sword. Never mind. I forgot. I don't have a mace.
I have a warhammer.
Okay, warhammer. There. And I get out of the way.
Did she glance at the wall or the floor?
I don't know. Was Val able to catch that kind of? All right.
All
right.
Oh,
Val pauses for a moment and then says, "The wall. I'm sure of it."
all right. I will attack the wall.
Like you do in BG3. Ugh. Miss
That
Moon,
is appalling.
might you check these bodies before we go forward? And Val's gonna look at this one.
And Moon is trying to get away from that scent. She's going to go check out these bodies.
That's why you're so easy to hit, I guess. All right, I'll jot that. $15.
A
Okay,
drop
well, he's
back
doing
on over
that.
to the group.
Alexander. Yeah. But occasionally,
Yeah, that's one of the new thingies.
What? What did that say?
Yeah, it's just for a minute.
for 1 minute, yeah.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Okay.
Well, Warden.
The espresso shot smells like sulfur.
Shall we? Nice.
Valentina gives you a
through.
nod and she follows you.
Stairs. How fun. I am currently shining 20 feet bright light, 20 feet dim.
And
That lasts for
I
10 minutes,
have
so.
dark vision. 6 foot.
Yes.
I can.
I'm
give
making up
you-
for it by by carrying a glowing sword.
Hey, right. Would you like to dim that down? I can assist you with your sight.
I don't think it matters at this point.
I honestly do not believe so either.
Okay.
if this turns into like a long corridor, then maybe it will matter. So
Yep.
I wish I could stop breathing.
to be
I knew
continued.
it. I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it.
It's
Mhm.
a good stopping point. It's the right time. It's
Hey,
Makes
we
perfect
actually
sense.
survived that battle pretty well. So
pretty unscathed.
Yeah. And I'm
Yes.
going to
And it was against the person it mattered least against.
Kate is not a frontline fighter. Kate is not a frontline fighter. She needs to remember that. The
Yeah,
only time
don't-
she fights is
do you many times Valentina and Caitlin have argued about that? So yeah.
Yeah. Gives himself 6 temporary hit points. Did they expire?
No.
They don't.
No.
expire.
no, not
Not
until long rest, dude.
rest.
Oh, okay.
Keep your 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You would all. No. Well.
no, he can do it once per day. It's innate spellcasting. Doesn't use a spell slot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You also get 5 additional temp HP for every slot above 1.
No. So Colin.
Yeah.
You have the Fiendish Vigor Invocation for False Life, and it does not use a spell slot, which means you can cast it as many times as you want.
Oh.
And so what people normally do is that they're just gonna give you the max number, because at some point you're gonna roll max, right?
Okay. I thought it was once.
Nah, it hasn't changed.
I thought it was once per day.
No. Nope. It's not.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're alive still. Yes.
Mhm.
That's okay. Warden's going first, so it's all right.
All of
Watch Warden
you,
get blitzed down by like 7 different attacks.
all of you have normal human senses. Moon, on the other hand, Moon's a cat. Cats have more senses.
Hey, Valentina can smell.
Stop breathing.
Valentina can smell evil. Okay. So
This is truth.
Yes, but still. But still, he can turn off his breathing. I can't. Moon is a feline.
or air genasi.
If I open up my mouth,
This is also true.
there are like notes on the top of my mouth that enhance the smell. So I
Well-
can't do anything.
Somebody might have prestidigitation. Maybe.
Nope.
Alexander does.
There you go.
Flowers, flowers, flowers.
He's busy masking his own fiendish scent, and so
Just just going to take cloth and just tie it around her face, like, nope, nope. Poor Moon with her sensitive nose.
Yeah, because we're still alive.
Yep.
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 All right.
Okay.
See you
Okay.
later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Next week.